I didn't think moving to the countryside would make our lives feel smaller and stranger at the same time. My wife, Amelia, our two kids, Oliver, 10, and Mia, 7, and I had been desperate for quiet. London felt suffocating. Crowded streets, endless noise, fluorescent lights that never turned off. We wanted open skies, fresh air, the smell of grass after rain. We found a house deep in the country. Stone walls, narrow wooden stairs, low beams and windows that looked out over rolling fields. There was no village nearby, just farmland stretching for miles. The estate agent smiled when we asked why the house had been empty for years. "It's old," she said. "It's peaceful." That was all. For the first few days, it was perfect. Amelia unpacked boxes in the sunlight. Oliver explored the loft, jumping from beam to beam. Mia ran around the garden, chasing shadows. I wandered the fields, trying to get a sense of the property, the woods, the fences. Everything felt calm. And then the first letter appeared. It was on the small table by the front door. No envelope, no stamp, just our surname in careful, neat handwriting. Amelia picked it up, curious, and I opened it. "Welcome to your new home. Amelia looked gorgeous in red yesterday. I'm always watching." Amelia had worn a red dress while unpacking boxes the previous day. No one could have seen her, not the estate agent, not any delivery driver. I told myself it was a joke, maybe a local trying to be clever, but a sense of unease crept in, slow and cold. 2 days later, another letter appeared. Same handwriting, same neatness. This one mentioned Oliver. "Your boy takes the path across the east field after school. He counts every step along the way. You should tell him to stay closer to home. I'm always watching." Oliver walks that path daily from the bus stop. No one else could know. That night, I double-checked every door, every window, locked them all, and still I could hear the faint scrape of gravel outside. The third letter came the very next day. Mia had been sitting at the kitchen table, humming to herself as she drew. Mia hums the same tune every morning. She hides her blue pencils under the couch. Clever girl. There's a loose fence post near the woods. It won't stop anyone. I'm always watching. We went outside to check the fence. The fence post was loose, just as the letter said. Whoever wrote these letters was near our home, close enough to know the smallest details. After that, ordinary life became strange. The children became quieter. Mia stopped drawing. Oliver refused to go outside alone. Amelia stopped wearing red entirely. Small things unsettled me daily. Objects slightly moved when I wasn't looking. Footsteps on gravel late at night. The garden gate swinging in calm, windless nights. We tried speaking to neighbors, but most avoided the subject. One elderly man muttered, "Some houses watch more than people realize," before hurrying away. The house itself began to feel wrong, not haunted, but watched. The walls seemed closer. The windows felt like eyes. I would walk the property at night, torch in hand, checking every shadow. Even when nothing was there, the air felt heavy. The children's behavior changed subtly. Mia would whisper that she saw someone behind the trees, then giggle nervously. Oliver asked questions about whether someone could be hiding in the sky. Amelia would pause while cooking, staring out a window for minutes, then shake herself and continue.
Even I began to avoid certain rooms. The loft, especially, had a draft that carried an unfamiliar smell, like wet soil and smoke, but no fire, no reason. The first night I stayed alone in the house, I heard a soft tapping on the windows upstairs. I told myself it was a branch or rain, but it moved in no rhythm, sometimes long pauses between taps. I checked the perimeter. Nothing. The fence post near the woods looked untouched, but the feeling of being watched never left. By the end of the first week, we were barely sleeping. Each letter increased our anxiety, though none made direct threats. It was intimate, precise, watching. I wanted to burn the letters, but I kept them. I needed to know what would come next.
We returned to the house after staying with relatives for a few nights. I thought some distance would help us feel safe, but as soon as we drove up the long gravel driveway, a feeling of dread settled over me. The garden gate, which I was certain I had locked, was swinging slightly. The fence post near the woods, the same one mentioned in the letters, was disturbed again, pressed into the soil, as if someone had walked along the edge of the field. I told myself I was imagining things, but the letters continued. The fourth letter appeared on the kitchen table. Amelia picked it up, her hands shaking. I saw Oliver climbing the old apple tree yesterday. He tries too hard to be careful, but leaves fall. Mia still hides her drawings under the couch. Clever girl. Amelia hums the same tune every morning. Too predictable. I'm always watching. The handwriting was elegant and precise. Each letter, each word felt deliberate, like it had been studied. It wasn't a threat, at least not yet, but it carried an intimacy that made it impossible to ignore. Oliver's path through the orchard, Mia's drawings, Amelia's humming, it was all known to this person, or whatever it was. A few days later, the fifth letter appeared under the car windshield wiper. You check the driveway every night, I know. You think it's the house, but you're wrong. You lock the doors, it doesn't matter. I'm always watching. The words sent a shiver down my spine. It wasn't about the house alone, it was the fields, the woods, the entire countryside around us. That night, I walked the perimeter again. The soil near the fence post was soft, as if someone had stepped there recently, but no footprints were visible. Shadows flitted among the trees, just at the edge of vision, and I could hear the faint sound of gravel crunching, but when I turned, nothing was there. The sixth letter was on the mantelpiece in the living room. You heard me last night. I prefer silence when I arrive. The house is ours, you see. For now, you may stay. I'm always watching. For now, those two words made the hair on my arms stand up. It wasn't a threat, yet, but it suggested patience, permanence, a claim we couldn't see. After the sixth letter, the atmosphere around the house shifted. Shadows seemed longer. Even the wind sounded different, whispering through the trees. Crows gathered on fence posts in unnatural patterns, staring down at the garden. Flickering lights appeared in the woods at night, moving like someone or something was walking there. The garden gate would sometimes swing open or closed, even when the air was perfectly still. Oliver and Mia grew cautious, almost afraid of leaving a room. Mia didn't draw anymore, and Oliver stayed close to Amelia or me at all times. I tried to maintain normality, but every glance out the window reminded me of the letters. Every rustle of leaves sounded deliberate. Every shadow seemed shaped. We went to the nearest village, hoping to find someone to talk to. At the pub, a woman leaned close, lowering her voice to a whisper. The countryside watches. It always watches. Families come, then leave. Some never come back.
Don't trust the quiet." She wouldn't say more, but her eyes held a warning, a certainty I couldn't ignore. Sleep became a rarity. Each night I lay awake listening. Sometimes I heard tapping on the windows, sometimes soft footsteps on the gravel. One evening I checked the fence post again. The soil was freshly disturbed, and for the first time I saw something, a dark shape moving behind the trees just beyond the field. I froze, unable to look away. Then it vanished. The children started having nightmares. Oliver dreamt of someone standing silently at the edge of the field. Mia dreamt of letters appearing on the walls, each word written in her handwriting, but spelling out things she had never written. Amelia slept poorly, her humming now nervous and hesitant. The last letter we received appeared on the kitchen table 2 nights ago. "You've learned nothing. The garden is mine. The house is mine. The land is mine. The family may leave, but I remain. I'm always watching." That night, we packed as much as we could into the car. No hesitation, no discussion. We left everything behind. We're staying with relatives in a town far away. Yesterday, a letter arrived at our relative's house. Same handwriting, same words. "I'm always watching." Amelia refused to open it. I haven't either. The air still feels heavy. Sometimes when I look out the window, I feel the same presence I felt at the house, watching, patient, unseen. I don't know what to do. I don't know if we'll ever be free of this. If you're thinking about moving somewhere quiet, take it from me. Sometimes the quiet already has eyes. And sometimes it waits.